Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. You know, I got to tell you all that when Manosphere Highlights Daily put out the video where in which the dating roaches were sitting up and saying, "This is how you touch without being creepy," um, I was very proud of the reactions of many of you in the comments section. Be you Black Manosphere or not. Many of you were in the comments section right off the bat pretty much saying, regardless of what is said in here, these are the rules. Number one, don't be ugly. Number two, be cute. Uh, Rules like, what the way to do it is that she has to just like you from the beginning. And you know what, how about just don't even try? Yeah, I'm not going to navigate through that landmine. You gentlemen, rightly and maturely stated that you were not going to even continue trying. You were done with that. And I'm proud of you for that because you see, when I was coming up, and you guys are, of course, many of you listening are younger than I am, but when I was coming up, there was a time when that was considered inconceivable to say you weren't going to try. You were just going to go ahead and stop making the effort. You were just going to go ahead and not pay attention. You were going to respect the boundaries from the very beginning and let them figure it out on their own. These were taken as signs that you were 9AY. You weren't allowed to have good sense and say, no, never mind, I'm not going to do this. So the stress, the mixed messages, all of the foolishness, you were supposed to just go ahead and be okay with it and tolerate it. And pretty much never to have anything different than that to say. You're supposed to be fine with it. The mixed messages, the lies, everything else. I want you to stop and think about that. Now, I want you to think about how in today's time, they can put up videos trying to tell you how they want you to try to navigate through that. And you now will sit up and say, no, we're not even going to entertain that. You figure this out on your own. This is your problem. This is your baby. You caused this. We're not here to fix anything. We're not here to continue trying. We're not here to try to work something out with you, because frankly, what has happened is that you set it up to where, socially speaking, for you to have any rank and respect amongst each other, we have to lose ours. We have to lose our dignity for you to have enough. You are sitting up and you're saying to them, we're not falling for this anymore. We already know what it is. What you want is for us to keep trying and to find you to be unattainable and to feel hopeless about it. And then you can walk around with your head in the air feeling like you're just so well stocked with options, endless options. And all of this so that you can practice a dual mating strategy in which one breeds and the other feeds. One slides and the other provides. And that this is perfectly acceptable as long as you get what you want out of this. You're now saying to them, no, we're not even going to try to figure it out. We're not even interested in thinking about this. This is your issue to solve. We're not interested in an effort at all. We're not interested in making an effort. We're not interested in trying to convince you. We're not interested in subtleties and nuances, because we already know that even if we get it right, you have to say that we got it wrong so that you can brag to your friends. And some of them who believe it will turn around and say, "Ooh, you need to talk to a detective about that." And then before you know it, because you don't have the heart to tell them I lied, then somebody's got to sit behind bars. You know, when Manosphere Highlights Daily even touched upon it. I can't remember what he said. That's not his fault. The reactions were more important, and the reactions were correct. The reactions were one of, why bother? We're not trying. You figure this out on your own. This is your problem, not ours. We did our part. You were out here revolutionizing the way that people live in general, because you were saying that no matter how it works with the other species, you were looking at your own value and saying, no, never mind. If we bring a value and every way that we can go about trying to find someone is wrong, then how about you come and try to find us on your own terms? Better yet, on our terms. How about you do exactly what it is that you demand that we do? You risk the R word, rejection. Let's see how much game you have. Let's see if you can charm me. Let's see if now that I'm the one that has to feel unsafe, if you can manage to pull this off, you can manage to cause me to feel differently about you. This is a situation in which pessimism is right and giving up is the most logical answer, the most logical reaction. When the boomers come along and try to tell you not to do that and that you need to change your outlook, I say to you something similar to what I say to young guys here in this country when they're out and they're talking with each other and they're practicing English or they use English with each other. Some local guy that's old is going to walk up to them and say, why are you doing this? Why don't you speak your mother tongue? And that's not wrong to ask. The question, though, is what they're saying is, why are you using any other language at all? And usually the young guys are practicing. But the older guys are sitting up and saying, why are you even practicing this? And see, I tell these young cats, listen, you don't practice any foreign language. You don't even practice proper Arabic enough to speak it. So go ahead and do that anyway so that you get used to it. And then when these guys come along and say this to you, you disrespect them and they say, no, we can't do that. And I respect the fact that they can respect the elders. But when the elders are wrong, they're just wrong. And that's when I tell you to be disrespectful. I tell them, disrespect that elder. At least say to him, listen, if you're going to tell me not to practice the skill that I would need for the job market, then will you make up for the difference in income that I can't get? He will fuck the shuck up because he's not interested in taking care of a stranger, especially a strange adult male, indefinitely. And I say to you, when these boomers sit up and tell you, you don't give up, you don't be pessimistic, you don't do that, you say to them, how about you fuck the shuck up? You ain't been in this game since God knows when. And you ain't had to be. And what you don't know is how your dumb ideas of never give up, keep trying, keep on have led to a situation in which you can't try enough. Let them know that. If it comes down to that, if there's a conversation at all. When Leonard Roy sits up and talks about these young men need to get out there and pit them some gussy, I'm sitting up thinking to myself, get out there and get it. No. That means you got to get out there and make an effort. And if you get out there and you even so much as make an effort, they are waiting with a harassment suit. First, they're going to brag to their friends. Some of their friends are going to believe it. Tell them, girl, you can't be letting these men get away with that sort of thing. Or saying, girl, you know what? You get it on paper. Put that on something. We don't believe you. And these boomers are not accepting of the fact that in today's current social climate, on the ladies' side, it is to where for them to have any social ranking, they have to have male victims that they have torn down. They have to nuclear reject somebody. They've got to do that. They've got to have paperwork on somebody, restraining order on somebody, something like that. They've got to have that because they're in competition with each other. It's going to escalate to that level because who's going to stop them? So you did the right thing when you saw that video and you commented underneath and you said, How about we just don't try at all? Good job. Because an entire culture and economy was built on you never giving up. And everybody benefited from that except you. I hope that what I said benefits, because you all made me proud. Thanks for listening. As always, black heart, black mind, black out, assalamu alaikum, black heterosexual non-select male power, because they don't like it in black patriarchy until extinction of judgment day. Thank you for flying again with us here at Jet Black Airways, where the phrase jet black is also a verb. Keep jetting black with us till the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender, justice, forever.